All right, are you ready for this? Because today we're diving deep, like really deep, into one of the most recognizable, truly iconic shots in basketball history, Steph Curry.
It's one thing to just watch those highlights, right? See the ball swish through the net.
Mhm.
But to really understand it, you got to go deeper.
That's what we're here for, right? And we've got this awesome YouTube podcast script, The Evolution of Steph Curry's Shooting Form, as our guide. And believe me, even if you think you know Steph's game, this is going to blow your mind.
Oh, for sure. We're going to uncover some fascinating stuff, I guarantee it.
So let's rewind all the way back, Davidson days.
Okay.
Curry's already lighting it up from college, but the script mentions his shot was really reliant on his upper body, right? Like, was it even that special back then?
You know, that's the thing. Even way back then, you could see the pieces were there. Like the squared shoulders, that high release point, the flick of the wrist. It was like raw power, yeah. But the potential, oh man, you could see the potential.
Potential just waiting to be unleashed.
Right.
And then, boom, all that pre-NBA training. The script highlights how much work he put into his footwork.
And that's what bridged the gap, right? From potential to the shot we see today. Smoother, quicker, all thanks to these little adjustments that most people wouldn't even notice. But it's not like he stepped into the NBA a finished product,
Right.
Even his rookie year, the range wasn't quite, well, it wasn't Curry range yet.
I'm picturing rookie Curry pulling up from deep, and I'm like, wait, that's not the Curry range I know.
Exactly. It was still in development. What we see now, those deep threes that are practically routine for him, the dribble pull-ups that leave defenders just helpless. Even that time, he was messing around with underhand free throws.
Don't forget the underhand free throws. What was he thinking with that?
It all built on that foundation from those early years.
Okay, so we got to talk about those underhand free throws. That was wild. What was the thought process there?
I think it shows you that constant desire to improve, doesn't it? Even something as, fundamental as free throws. He's out there experimenting, trying to gain any advantage.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like a publicity stunt, Biomechanically, there's actually some logic to it. We can dig into that a little bit.
We'll definitely get to that. But first, let's get to the good stuff. The breakdown of this, it's almost impossible shot. The script really zeroes in on the hand placement, that wrist snap, the picture-perfect follow-through. It's like poetry in motion.
There's a reason coaches call it textbook.
Oh, yeah.
Each piece plays this crucial role, like how he positions his hand on the ball. It just maximizes that energy transfer. And the flick of the wrist, that creates backspin, right, which makes it sort of super stable in the air. And then that follow-through.
Yeah.
It's all about consistency.
So it's not just about looking good. It's like physics working in perfect harmony. No wonder defenses have had to completely rethink how they play against him.
You're talking about the Curry effect, right?
The one and only.
Teams are forced to guard further out, practically from half court sometimes. One guy changed defensive strategies for the entire league.
That's a legacy right there. But it's not just the physical stuff, is it? The script also digs into Curry's mental game, like his unshakable confidence, that drive to keep working on his craft day after day.
Those qualities, man, those are just as important as his physical skills.
Right.
Think about it. These are traits that go way beyond basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyone who's trying to be the best in any field can learn from that level of dedication.
Totally. It's not just about talent. It's about putting in the work, cultivating that mindset. But let's get back to that Curry effect for a second. Like, what are some of the most extreme defensive adaptations we've seen? What have teams tried to do to stop him?
Oh, man. Where do we even start? Well, you got this thing now called guarding at half court.
Yeah.
Right? It's where defenders basically pick up Curry the second he crosses half court.
Wow.
Like, they're trying to deny him any space to even think about shooting.
It's almost like they're saying, we don't even want you to touch the ball past this line.
Right.
It's kind of disrespectful, but I guess it shows how much they respect his range.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
It shows that traditional defenses just don't cut it anymore. Not against a player who can hit consistently from that far out.
He's playing a different game. It's like the three-point line is just a suggestion to him.
I know, right?
And speaking of changing the game, the script also talks about this whole Curry era and how it's ushered in this whole new style of play.
It's true. For so long, basketball was all about size and athleticism.
Right.
But Curry, with his insane skill in shooting, he showed everyone you don't have to be the biggest dude on the court to dominate.
It's like he leveled the playing field for everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a shift from pure physicality to skill, finesse, the ability to create space from, like, anywhere.
Okay, so we've talked about how his shots evolved, the science behind it, how he's changed defenses forever.
Right.
But I'm still kind of stuck on that underhand free throw thing.
Oh, yeah, no.
It was so brief, the script barely mentions it.
That raised some eyebrows, for sure.
It did.
But remember, this is Steph Curry.
Right.
He's always looking for ways to improve,
Yeah.
even if it means, breaking with tradition.
I mean, it was radical, right? Especially for someone who's already considered an elite shooter. What was he thinking?
Well, statistically, underhand free throws have actually been shown to be more accurate.
Interesting.
It's all about reducing those variables, minimizing movement, creating a smoother arc.
So it wasn't just about being different or trying to get attention.
Yeah.
He was genuinely trying to be even more consistent.
Exactly. It really shows you his dedication to mastering, every little thing.
Yeah.
In the end, he stuck with the overhand, but just the fact that he was willing to try something so out there, it's pretty amazing.
It's inspiring.
It is.
That's what I love about him. He's not afraid to experiment, to think differently. And it's not just about himself. The script also highlights how he elevates his teammates just by being on the court with them.
It's incredible to watch. Defenders are so focused on Curry, so scared he's going to pull up from anywhere, that it opens up so many possibilities for everyone else.
I've heard it called the gravity effect, like he's a black hole sucking in the defense.
That's such a good analogy.
Yeah.
Because his teammates know if they move without the ball, cut to the basket, Curry will find them.
Oh, for sure.
And the defense is so stretched thin, those passing lanes are wide open.
So it's not just his own brilliance. He makes everyone around him better just by being there.
Precisely. And it goes beyond just the tactics. Think about the confidence his teammates must feel, knowing they have Curry on their side, someone who can create magic, make the impossible look easy.
I'm starting to get why they call this the Curry era. It's more than just his achievements, it's how he's transformed the entire game. But what about his legacy? Where does he stand among the all-time greats?
It's the big question, right? Where does he fit in with all the legends?
Yeah.
The numbers are there, no doubt. Championships, scoring records, the way he's changed how the game is played.
He's got to be in the conversation for the greatest, right?
But is it too soon to say for sure? I mean, he's still got some game left in him.
True. And that's what makes it so exciting, right? We're seeing history happen right in front of us. But even now, it's safe to say he's redefined what's possible in basketball. He's proven you don't have to fit that classic mold of a superstar.
It's like it doesn't matter how tall you are. It's about skill, dedication, pushing the limits. That's inspiring not just for athletes, but for anyone, right? Anyone chasing a dream.
Absolutely. And that's where Curry's legacy goes beyond the court. It's how he inspires people, how he carries himself, his commitment to his craft. Those things resonate, even if you don't watch basketball.
Yeah. The script mentions that, the whole role model thing. But I want to go back to what you were saying about how his playing style affects his teammates. Do you think that attitude, that constant drive to improve, rubs off on them too?
100%.
Think about the environment he creates.
Yeah.
When you have a guy like Curry, who's accomplished so much, still pushing himself every single day, it sets a tone for the whole team.
So it's not just about him hitting those crazy shots. It's about the culture, right? A culture of excellence where everyone's striving to be better.
Exactly. And that's something you can't measure with stats, That's the real impact, the stuff that speaks to his leadership.
I get it. We've covered a lot in this deep dive. We talked about his shot, the science behind it, the Curry effect, even those underhand free throws.
Any underhand free throws.
I can't let that go. But I keep coming back to that idea of constant evolution. What's next for Curry? Where does he go from here?
That's the exciting part, right? We can guess all day long, but who knows? Will he invent some new move, get even more range? Or will he just keep refining what he already does, become even more unstoppable?
Maybe he'll bring back the underhand free throws. Who knows? But whatever happens, one thing's for sure. He's changed the game forever, and his impact will be felt for a long, long time.
He's changed how we see basketball, what we think is possible. He's proven that creativity, skill, hard work, those things can beat anything. And that's a legacy that'll inspire who knows how many people.
Well said. So to everyone listening, when you see Curry play, remember you're watching something special. It's not just about the points, the wins. It's about the artistry, the dedication, that pursuit of perfection.
And maybe, just maybe, his story will spark something in you, push you to find your own inner Steph Curry, break your own barriers, achieve what people say can't be done.
I love it. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Thanks for joining us as we explored the world of Steph Curry. And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, keep pushing those limits.